Ooh, look at the belly.
There's more down there, aren't there? Right? Tell me the truth.
Look at my graph, dude. Look at my graph. Oh my God, that's a big one. Oh dear. I'm all about firsts. So this is gonna be the first time ledge fishing Lake Pickwick out on this boat with double graphs, Bass Boat Technologies, HDS Live. It's gonna be intense. I think I kind of know how to do it, but as usual, it's gonna be a learning process. We have a ton of stuff tied on. Let's take a look real quick. Some classic ledge baits. Got a freaking Nico, kind of like, wow, that was a big B. Those are kind of our slower dragger baits, dragger baits. Then we got a big swim bait, 3/4 ounce Gambler head. There's a Rapala DT20 or DT16 in there. Ooh, Mr. Feather Hair, and another hair jig, JTK hair jig. Classic ledge baits. Obviously, you know, we can get out there and adapt a bit, but that's kind of the arsenal I have some confidence in to go out there and cast when I see these fish on ledges. So I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm learning step by step. We're gonna go out Lake Pickwick, target some ledges, try to catch us some bass. Bog, you wanna say hello? Because you're going fishing? Oh, he's such a happy bog when you go fishing, baby. You don't look so happy. I keep trying all these weird boat ramps, and I don't know if I'm making the best decisions because I'm not like asking people where to go boat ramp wise. And I'm like in the middle of freaking nowhere. I filmed JT out here once, actually a couple times, and I think by far, all the TVA lakes have their own kind of personality. This by far though was my favorite. The way it seems to set up, just the layout of it, it's beautiful. Especially you get down towards the dam and like it's freaking the houses. It's a beautiful place. So we're gonna see if we can learn some ledge fishing. I got a bunch of stuff like marked and ready to go on my sea map that I kind of went through, looked at some ledges, looked at basically where that water comes up. But we're gonna go scan, idle, learn, and catch fish. Let's go. Let's go. When you're scanning these things, you're just looking for changes. I have my sea map shaded so that like anything 20, like down to like 24 feet of water, 23 feet of water, comes up a little bit lighter so I can kind of like see where it's at. But you see, we just went over this little like inside turn right there. This is just a straight river ledge that we're idling, but any like little turn or like corner, those tend to be like the places where they'll stack up. They're just like little horseshoes or just little changes, because you can see there's shell everywhere, dude. Lots and lots of shell. That's the main river where it falls off. But you're just looking for little changes. It's just like when you're fishing with like grass, like little junctures of different kinds of grass, little turns, little points. But in the end, it's that ledge, it's that eddy that's formed. That's the real hot stuff when you're ledge fishing. Big old catfish. See all the slime on the line? I want my jig head back. When I'm fishing this Mag Ned, like I said, I got it on 7-foot medium action TI. It's a lighter rod. It's a 5/16 Mag Ned nickels with a 7-inch Gambler Fat Ace cut down. But you notice like I'm on the side like this, and I'm just kind of squishing it down there. When I say squish, I'm squishing it because I want to keep it in contact with that shell for as much as I can. See it just bouncing off that rod tip? Here, let me show you here. See, it's just bouncing. I really want to keep contact with that shell because it seems like the way I'm seeing these fish on the graph is they are down on the bottom and they're hard to see because they are so tight to the bottom. These fish are laying down on the bottom and that Ned just kind of bounces through the shell without getting hung up, hopefully, and they chew it. Fish on. Please be a bass. Please be a bass. All right. Dude, is that a big spot? That looks like a big spot. No, it's a largemouth. Come here. ledge fishing Lake Pickwick, Mag Ned Rig. How about that, boys? It's a freaking 4-pounder. Look at that, dude, doing some work here. We caught a giant catfish, kind of on accident. Thought it was a big bass. Well, we got a 4-pounder start. Let's get back down there quick. Because I'm throwing it, this is a scrounger type deal. It's a hog farmer bait. I'm throwing it on this is a Halo Daylight 2. It's a 7.3 medium. It's actually a really light rod, but the whole trick with this scrounger deal that I've found, I've done it quite a bit in Florida, and it's a killer way to catch fish on ledges or even suspended fish especially. But you really want a rod. They eat it a lot like a crankbait. Unless they're really smoking it, they don't really clunk it. You know, like you don't feel the bite and set up on them. So you want a rod. You can see my tip is like when I reel this thing, it chugs down. You really want a rod that has some give on it so that it really loads up when these fish eat it, because they just suck it in. They don't just smack it. Oh, she ate it coming up. Oh, that's the hog farmer. Dude, she ate it freaking coming up. She just sucked it in. Oh, she must have been following it all the way. Dude, she chowed it. Like super duper chowed it. She wanted that thing. I don't know why it happens, but I'm always surprised when I catch a fish out here. We just caught 2 studs, dude. Like a 4-pounder and one probably almost 5. And we're on just a little pot of fish. They didn't show up very well on the graph. I'm gonna try to show you kind of how they look, because they're not showing up as super duper white dots. They're kind of shadowy silhouettes, I guess you'd call them. But we're throwing some mixed baits at them. That Mag Ned seems to be really the key, dude, to get them kind of fired up. We're gonna keep throwing at these guys. This is freaking awesome. Ledge fishing Pickwick Lake. Right onto the boat. That's another good one. Oh my God, that's a big one. Oh dear. Just you hit that bar and they go crazy, man. I think I got them kind of lined up. I almost drove over them a little bit. This is the Mag Ned again. We freaking broke off a hair jig. Look up, Buck. Come on up here. Oh my gosh. I love this freaking rod. Dude, it loads up and sets them so good. Come here, honey. Oh, they freaking ate it, dude. Ate it. I think this is why people love ledge fishing. That's another 4-pounder. We're gonna hit 20 pounds in the snap of a finger. Once again, the Mag Ned. Let me let her go. I don't want her to. Peace out, buddy. You are awesome. This is absolutely sick, dude. Like, we got a ledge right out here. Let me show you what we're on the sea map. You can see that's how they're lined up. Main river channel right here. We need to like stay back a little because they seem to be on that first spot right there. But I'm just throwing to it. There's a little bit of a shell bar there. You drag up the shell bar nice and slow. It seems like we caught that one on that scrounger style, that hog farmer hair jig. But that fish was up. She must have been drawn up. But the majority of them are down on the bottom, and you just clink that bottom boy and they chew it. So let's take a look at this ledge real quick. Of course, there's got to be like a giant 25-foot boat that goes by right as we're about to do it. That's usually how this stuff works. All right, there's a bass right there. We did not catch her. You can see all the shell, and then that's where the ledge drops off on that side right there. Just a little bit of a hump right there. There's still a few down there. You can see them. They're a little scattered out. But that's all we were fishing for. You can see the marks are real light. I don't know why that is, but this isn't the first time that's happened. Actually, I don't know if I put up the video yet, but I caught some ledge fish on Lake Guntersville, and I had the same issue where the fish were actually like these they almost look like white bass, or because here's what white bass look like. Those guys right there, they almost look like freaking white bass because they're like small little silhouettes, but they set up a little bit different. They're a little tighter to the bottom. So we're gonna scan the rest of this ledge and keep on looking.